What's up, everybody? It's that time of the week, that time of the month, that time of the ho year.
Ho, ho.
Ho. You listen to the good, the ugly. I'm Big Papa.
And I'm Jeff.
And this is our Christmas episode.
Yes.
Notice how we don't have anything to do
with Christmas.
with Kris Kringle, Christmas or anything, because, well, fat guys don't wear red shit. You know what I'm saying? We just don't.
I beg to differ.
When do I wear red?
Well, you don't.
Red. Oh, okay. Well, the guy. Yes, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
So, happy holidays.
Yes.
Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 Jeffrey.
Ho, 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 Michael.
What up, yo? Ho,
what
ho.
up, yo, ho?
So, obviously, people know we record these a little bit in advance, but today's our Christmas episode.
episode.
So,
enjoy.
What better? You know what?
Yeah.
We wait so long for Christmas to get here.
We do.
Sometimes you want it to be here a little sooner, and yet Christmas just comes a little bit later than you thought it would.
Yeah.
Which kind of reminds me of our guest today.
Oh, this is going to be like unwrapping a gift.
This is. Our guest today, we thought would have been here a little while ago. But,
however,
that did not come true.
It didn't.
But
my wish did not come true.
Our wish came true, though, because our guest is here.
Yes.
I heard a chuckle from the chimney.
Yep.
Yes, there's pitter-patter on the roof right now.
Oh.
Yes.
Well.
So let's see what slides down the slough over here. And let's welcome our guest. Look at this.
Look at this.
Well, hello.
Ashley Kringle.
Ashley Kringle.
I thought for sure because you were admitting that this was pre-recorded that maybe we could pretend that I wasn't tardy.
Oh no! Oh no!
We like to keep it real here.
No, we're definitely letting people. We're keeping it real for this podcast. That you were 27 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Ish late.
Yeah, ish. Tardy. That's fine.
That's all right.
She was tardy for the party.
I'm newly self-employed again. So.
Oh! So you had tons to do today.
So would you say so? I'd what?
You had tons to do today. Yeah.
Oh,
still not helping.
Still never enough time.
Not helping your argument
fine.
here.
It's fine.
It's all
I'll
good.
take it.
For those of you who don't realize her name really isn't Ashley Kringle.
It is not.
It's Ashley Claus.
Ashley Claus.
It's Ashley Cox, and everybody knows who you are because they love you and they love the fact that you have done so much good stuff for the community. Your music is phenomenal. You've been just crushing it with everything you put out, and we are very thrilled, excited, and honored to have you on the show.
Yes.
That will be the last group of nice stuff that comes out of my mouth this whole show, probably.
I know you better hold on to it. Hold it tight.
So Ashley, thank you for being on.
Yeah.
We've been looking forward to this date.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm glad to be here. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So why don't we just dive right in? We'll get the typical backstory bullshit out of the way. Give us a little bit of your history. Now, so you're from Syracuse originally, or okay?
Yes. Yes. My 15-second elevator speech.
Oh, nice.
My mother's maiden name is music. She met my father, Jimmy Cox, at the poorhouse when he was performing, and they fell in love. They had a couple kids. My father was very hard worker, and when I was growing up, there was always music in the house, but he was either, working at his day job or on the weekends going off to play a gig. My dad's going off to play. Oh, Daddy's got to play. Dad's got to play. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. And so there was always like this cool air about music to me. I had so much love and respect for my dad, and both my parents, of course. But my dad, when it came to music, that he always just had I could tell he was happier when he was playing music, and again, there was always music in the house. I gravitated towards the piano. That was his instrument, and teach me this. I want to learn how to play that. And other than, the orchestra and chorus and school growing up and stuff, music at the house with my family was everything. Inspired me, and then there's a long history that has transpired since then.
So,
I've married a chick magnet. A lot of people from Syracuse know the Electric Chick Magnets, and Frampton was the guitar player. Mm-hmm. So I live in a musical. I came from a musical house, and have made a musical home for myself as an adult here now as well.
Sweet. So, what year was your father? What year was this? Your father was playing at the poorhouse.
70s.
70s, 80s,
probably
70s.
Yeah, 70s.
Okay. What band? By himself or what band?
The Yugen.
I don't know that one.
Yugen.
No.
Yugen. Don't know.
What style of music was it?
Prog rock.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
That was one of Bill
Hammond. He was
Sheehan's
bringing an actual Hammond B3 out.
Oh no, shit.
With a Leslie organ.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just love that sound.
Yeah.
Mickey Nikotra.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Jack Holton was the bass player for that band. But I ended up meeting a ton of musicians along the way as a little girl, and then that they still exist as an adult for me. There was Frank Farnsworth, Ronnie Lee, of course.
Yep.
Was in my basement with my dad rehearsing, and as I was growing up, making a name for myself. Can't tell you how many people would stop me and be like, "Oh yeah, your dad. I play with Dad's best musician. I play with Dad. You're Ashley Cox. You're Jimmy Cox's daughter." And then eventually I made a name for myself. I would be seen and I would be like, "Oh, you're Ashley Cox." Yeah, Ashley Cox. And now I get stopped and people are like, "Oh, they're like Chloe's mom."
Oh, yep.
It becomes that,
it's a full circle.
My daughter does that to me. She's like, for years, you're Mike's daughter. You're Mike's daughter. You're Big Papa's daughter. Yeah. And now, aren't you Nicole's dad? Yes.
Yes,
Does
I
it get
am.
me a discount? Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
So, growing up, my father's legacy in business in the area. My uncle was a musician. He played with all those guys.
Yep.
So, when I run into somebody like Earl Hamilton, and Earl's like, "Yeah, Joe's your uncle. He played at our wedding," and I'm like, "That's pretty cool to know my uncle played at Earl Hamilton's wedding." You know what I mean? It's music follows music.
Yeah, you got a name too.
Yeah. So I know what it's like, kind of watching those musicians from that era, and it's, to us, it's glamorous. So that helps.
Oh, absolutely.
It may not create the path, but it shows that red beacon at the end, because we're using Rudolph's nose here.
We are.
That red light that we followed at the end, saying, I know what's going to happen if I work hard, and I'm sure there's pictures of you as a baby sitting in front of a microphone or banging on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Same with me. I'm playing drums at like 3.
There you go.
And I'm singing on the microphone and the whole 9 yards. And I think the first gig I played, I was, 10 years old. Just not a gig, but I went and sat in and played Wipeout on the drum kit.
Oh, nice.
On the drum kit at like 10 or 11 at Greg's on Teal Ave.
Oh, okay.
I mean, which is now I don't know if that's the Jug or not. Well, let's pretend it's the Jug.
Yeah, I think it is.
But
right.
playing and people clapping, and I get done, I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is what I want someday."
This is for
All the other success in my business career doesn't mean shit. It's the accolades of music that just bring the joy.
Yep.
So growing up in that kind of house. Now, are you going to have your daughter? Is she a musician now as well?
She is. We've got a New Year's Eve gig at the Fitz, and she performed with my husband and I last year at the Salt City Market, and she sits in for a few songs whenever I have a gig and play out. I always let her know, and always invite her out to sing a few songs. She hasn't made it, a career the way that I did, but she's so talented. Matter of fact, the album that we just released and just yesterday submitted it to the Sammys.
On the
She wrote
23rd?
the lyrics on a couple of those tunes. And so she's very talented.
Huh.
Thank
Very
goodness.
cool.
Because I needed help with those lyrics.
So you submitted it to the Sammys because you're going to be performing for the Sammys.
No, I submitted the body of work
Oh,
to
okay.
the
To be
Sammys,
judged. Okay.
a Sammy submission. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we need to submit the podcast to the Sammys for honorable mention for all we do for local music.
Yeah, do it.
I think that would.
There's time.
Yeah, there's people.
Yeah.
We know some people on
We
the
do.
Sammy board.
On the Sammy board.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's time for us to have a little
Recognition?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, this is
You know?
Yeah,
this is
in
the
fact,
real deal.
Yeah, Ashley's gonna write us a nice letter.
You got my vote. You got my vote.
Nice.
Aren't you, Ashley Tardy?
Nice.
Okay. So what? Your daughter sings or
serve it.
plays piano, or what's she do?
Yeah, sings, plays piano, plays guitar. She's got great rhythm.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, does your dad still play?
Yes. Yeah, he just played the Palace Theater this past Saturday for their Christmas Spectacular with Maria DeSantis and a
yeah.
16-piece orchestra.
And
Wild.
just another great.
That's awesome that he's still doing it.
So when is
Oh,
Maria
yeah.
on? Maria is
He has
on.
like 20 gigs this month.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It really is.
Who's he
So,
playing with now, though?
with Maria.
Many people.
Okay.
He's the guy they call.
Nice.
Yeah, those guys don't. That's like the Edgar Pagan. They don't.
Yeah.
They float around to whoever needs them.
Yep.
Like Jerry
Yeah.
Moore on sax and
Yeah.
guys like that.
Yep.
That's just like, I know who we're gonna get. Boom.
Mhm.
You know, and you pull one of the greats out of the stable.
Yeah.
And there you go. But yeah, Maria's going to be on the show
Soon.
first part of next year.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm looking on the sheet here. Yeah, she's on. Well, her episode isn't till like
April.
March.
March or
It's
April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're booked out pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
nothing-
awesome.
Yeah.
And that will be here before we know it. So
Let's
It
not
will.
make it come that quick. We got all kinds
No,
of neat stuff we want to get through first. Let's get through Christmas first.
No, I'd like to only
Yeah.
because
which is today.
which it is today. So weird.
It is weird even having this conversation, isn't it?
I know.
yeah,
So
it's making me panicky.
So you grow up in a musical household. You said your mom's last name. Seriously, her maiden name is
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah. Musick, Nancy Music. I grew up with a
Wow.
grandma and grandpa Music.
So,
I go to Grandpa Music's house.
so your
Go to the music
grandparents were
house.
making sweet music.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, right?
We could just go.
Yeah.
That could go
That
anywhere.
could go
in that
so many
conversation.
different
Let's
directions.
not go south
and
with
let's
that.
not.
Thank goodness. I remember my Grandpa Music teaching me trills on the piano. And he was, I believe, from like a Polish, Lithuanian background. Some bourbon in there too.
There you go.
And was just to help to add a little discipline and he that was probably my first experience with discipline. I know, do it, you got to keep practicing, do it till you got to get it right. And I sat there until I get it right.
Yeah. That's
Very
that's,
disciplined.
That's very cool,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So I guess no one else in Syracuse can say they have had such a music-filled background.
Yes.
So
Very true.
I'd like to see it.
I know,
how the
right?
hell? I mean, if you think, what's the? You have to become a musician if your last
Right.
maiden name is
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wow. Now there's a story that people didn't know.
Had no idea probably.
That Ashley has had music in her background even
Yep.
before she was born.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandparents played. My father played in a department store window, I think when he was 6 years old. That was his first gig. Trust me, I have thought about it so many times where, what would have happened if my father didn't play music as a young kid, and he goes to school and becomes a lawyer, who would I have been? I do not think I would have been a musician.
Right.
Do you have anything
it's
else?
a weird feeling to have, that
Yeah.
my
Do you have anything
destiny.
else that you would have? Do you have anything else you would have done? Do you know?
Well, I mean, I would like to think that I did my DNA and just who I am. I am charismatic, and I like to perform. Maybe I would have been a clown or a comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I'd like to think I'm really funny. And
I saw the glasses you were going to wear, so that
That's pretty
these are
funny.
her Christmas glasses.
Don't make me.
Check it out.
Don't make me get out of my.
Where
Where are we going, Santa?
I want to be a
I
dentist.
want to be a dentist.
Hurry!
Yeah, Land of Misfit Toys.
Oh, trust me. We know the whole cast.
I think we are a part of the cast.
We are a part of the cast. I told
Oh
you.
yeah, we are.
Yes.
We are.
And you know what? I wouldn't change the cast at all.
No.
I'd
Yeah.
like to be on that little island
I
by
know.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Syracuse musicians in general, I don't even want to clump us in with Rochester or Albany or Syracuse musicians. We are on an island by ourselves.
We sure are.
And
we sure
have we've made a name for ourselves throughout the industry. We are finding so many people affiliated throughout the national music industry, just in every
circuit. Yeah, it happens. There is like a 1 degree of Syracuse thing happening.
There is, and we just keep it one
keep
step
finding
like,
them.
holy cow! And if they're not from here, they've played here.
They've played here. And
Everybody's played.
Everybody's played
and
here.
they remember it.
And they know the Lost Horizon because of the damn pole.
Yes. Everybody says the Lost Horizon. That's the place with the pole. And then we're like, they took the pole down like 30 years ago.
I know. Oh my
they
God.
took the pole down. But guys from
I can't remember who it was that we were interviewing.
Mike Sterto.
And he said, how is that place being supported if
Mike
that pole's
Sterto,
gone?
Without the pole.
Spilled drinks, DNA, and something else that we don't
is all
even know.
stuck
Just,
together.
the whole place
It's
is
just still there.
baling wire and
Duct tape.
gaff tape. Yeah. But we say it on every show. We pay homage to Mr. Greg Italiano, whose picture is hanging on this wall, because Syracuse music would not be what it is today. And I'm sure your dad played at the Lost. I know that your husband's probably played at the Lost. You've probably played there at times.
Yeah, we've played there. We've had some really great. One of our best shows was at the Lost. Packed crowd. And of course, I'm going to space on who we had opened for. But national act and shit.
Alanis Morissette, that's incredible.
I know, that's awesome.
That was a great show.
Was too.
Yes. Well, it wasn't.
Oh man,
they spelled it different. But, yeah,
it's fine.
Alanis Morissette. Yes.
Well, it was so tough when in the 90s when I was being compared to her just left and right. It's just that sometimes, or maybe not sometimes, it's just the way it is. We're all like living today in this time, and inspiration will hit me. I'll think of a song or an idea and put it to a track. And meanwhile, the person with more money and with management and with the connections, they've already released the same album, the same idea as I was having it. And it's like, darn it. But you go, Alanis. You do you.
Yeah.
But that's it was there could only have been one her. It was difficult. Like I said, being then I had the straight, long, dark hair, singing about my broken heart too. But I wouldn't change it for the world. And I loved Alanis, Tori. So yeah, my dad, Jimmy Cox, Alanis Morissette, all the chicks in the 90s.
And the Chick Magnet.
And the Chick Magnet.
And the Chick Magnet. It's got me to where I am today.
Awesome.
That band, your husband should be on the show one of these days, but that band had done a lot of good things too. Then what they had become when they kind of separated, each went their own way a little bit, and then Johnny Peluso and those guys with the Booty Foundation and Chick Magnets. But man, Just a lot of great
Just- oh,
shows.
God, yeah.
A lot of great shows from both of those guys.
I know those were different days.
Yeah.
We had there was no Facebook. There were no cell phones out in the crowds.
Right.
No.
Music, the clubs were packed.
And it was
people going to see live music.
Musicians went and saw live music. Musicians never get to do anything anymore because years ago there was so many in this area that you didn't play every weekend. You played maybe twice a month, or you were playing some of the grungiest little dive bars just to play more than twice a month. But you supported each other.
Oh, yeah.
And now there's only a handful of clubs that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to
Yeah,
play
there really is.
whatever you can. And a handful of bands still play a lot. So I give you credit for the amount of shows that you put out a year and making it your business, and that's what you do for a livelihood.
I've had a day job. I had a day job here for 15 years, 16 years. And November 1st was my re-emerging into being a full-time musician again. So I promised myself, so we've got a New Year's Eve gig coming up. Like I said, the Fit's there. We're, practicing and adding new tunes so it can be a fun, upbeat, lively time for New Year's. And because it's a special night, you can't be playing your sappy, broken heart 90s chick songs. So that's consuming a lot of our time right now musically.
Mm-hmm.
But come the new year, I do plan to be out there playing a lot more like I used to and working on the new material. We've already got new songs and new material ready for the next album. And so it's been really hard to do the day job thing and the music. I feel like I did it well. I won a Sammy in the meantime in 2016 for Best Alternative Album with my band Professional Victims that my husband's in. And that was with a day job. So I'm just excited to be free from that and to focus a lot more time on music.
Can we ask what your day job was?
Yeah.
Yes. I thought it was cool. A lot of my friends, not my friends, fans or people were like, "Oh, I didn't know you had a day job." Like,
what? A surgeon.
Did not know that. Surgeon, yeah. I worked in sales at CX Tech.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I know the company selling peripherals.
Computer technology hardware, peripherals.
Yeah.
Fiber optic cabling and servers, technology stuff. I know so much about this equipment that I never meant to understand and know about, but it's there. Still occupying space.
I knew quite a few people. Matt Graham used to work for me years ago at AT&T, and Matt left and went over there. And Dom Fiorello and a couple other people came from AT&T, went over there. So
Mike Featherstone.
There you go.
Oh, yep.
A lot of people. Great company.
Yeah. We were in the CX Tech Dinosaurs. So while I was working for the company, we performed Rock in the Red House and brought home a bunch of wins from that. But the takeaway is that the band did a lot for the community. Light the Night, Leukemia, Lymphoma, the Red Cross, United Way, you name it. And the CX Tech Dinosaurs are out there rocking for the cause.
Yes.
Nice.
And one of my first interactions with you, and we mentioned it before we started taping, is that you had done a charity event up at the University Hilton for I think it was Hope for Heather. It might have been. And no, I take it back. It was March of Dimes.
Okay.
And my daughter had been. She had done one of her first collections when she was, fashion student. And this was even before she started. She was a freshman in college, and Kelly from the boutique there downtown. I forgot the name already. We mentioned it.
Show Offs.
she got her in there, and she put down a full collection. She did a Mommy and Me. She did just a great collection. And Ashley played the music, and it was just such a great time and good day. But another one of those, giving back to the community. So
Yeah.
thanks for doing that.
Love it, of course.
So throughout your career, you're playing and you're finding your way. Did you aspire to want to be a solo artist and always do originals, or did you start off saying, I'm going to do covers and I'm going to play like my dad did, or how did it transpire into you playing with a full band and putting out music that way?
Yeah, I got sick of myself.
Oh,
okay.
I taught myself how to play the guitar because it was easier than bringing out a piano.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I started busking on the streets. It was easy playing solo, and I had a great time. But as a kid, I played in orchestras. I sang in the choruses, and there's really a magic to multiple people putting their voices in the pot, and or the musicians. We had a rehearsal the other night. Kevin Dean is playing drums with us for New Year's Eve.
I'm surprised. Kevin doesn't play in many bands.
Kevin doesn't play any bands at all.
Oh my God.
He's in more bands than Tatora.
I don't know.
I
That.
was
think
just
it's an
thinking,
even thing.
I'm just like, oh my God, I hope maybe his other bands don't know that he's going to be playing with us with this one show. Like, I hope I don't throw him under the bus.
This comes
He's
out
so
Christmas.
good. He doesn't even, he doesn't even need to rehearse.
No.
He's so good because he can feel it. And we've been friends for decades. And so I called him. I needed him for this gig, and we got together the other day just to jam and to talk about some stuff and these new tunes. And it just feels so good when you get some friends together and you're playing music and it goes somewhere. Sometimes even mistakes are played that, a note or a rhythm tempo that you wouldn't have done, and somebody else does it, and it just cracks your brain wide open. It's like, whoa, oh, wow. And, especially when it comes to original music. And there's a song I wrote and that I'd written solo. I'd never, there's no drums to it. And Kevin laid down a beat, and it took on a completely different feel and a vibe. And I loved it so much. It was being reborn again right in front of me. And it is just the most exciting thing. So I do love playing, long story short, with other people in a band. There's a magic to that.
Things take a completely organic change when if you have two different drummers or two different bass players, or a drummer and a bass player that knows each other so well.
Yeah.
They could completely put a different spin on something that was in your head, and then when you hear it, like you said, you're like, it's almost like you're reinvigorated with it, and you're listening through somebody else's mind or ears, and you're going, oh, so this is how they got it.
Yeah,
this is cool. I love this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see, I can see right now, the happiness.
Oh yeah,
on her
the smile
face
on her
is just
face.
huge.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. I can't wait till you guys hear the song with drums.
So you're going to record New Year's Eve and put out a live Christmas album of this collaboration. I mean, hey, you might as well.
Oh man, we got so much going on that night. I don't know that a live recording is anything that we want to toss into that mix.
No, that's bullshit. You tell them to take it straight off the board and put it out as raw as possible, and then you can make. I mean, all you got to bring is a digital. Yeah,
you're right.
A digital.
I'm not. I will
bank.
not lie. Every time we play, Sean says, why don't we record that? I don't know.
Yeah.
We're too busy getting ready for the gig, and then you're there. You just don't even think about it.
When we rehearsed as a band for about a year, we went and we rehearsed at a studio Holy Cow, Mad Cow, Brown Cow, whatever the hell. What's his name?
Scott Patnode.
Scott Patnode from Granny Four Barrel. He had a studio, so we would rehearse there.
Yeah.
And every time he'd come in, he'd be like, "All right, when you're done, hit that button, and then wait."
Oh my God,
the CD
that's
will pop
amazing.
out.
Yeah,
So
every rehearsal
our rehearsals
was recorded.
and we're
That's
like,
amazing.
"Ooh, I like that ending we did on that one."
Right.
Because let's face it, when
Yeah.
you're playing covers, you can't get real creative with anything but your
Because then you got to go
your
try
transit.
to find
Yeah, you got to try to find what
a
you
live
did.
recording.
Right.
How do they end it here? You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So you could be creative with your transitions or your medleys or the beginning of something, and kind of make it your own. How you're going from one to the other,
Yep.
and that helped us with a lot of those. The way that we were doing, or the way that you and Bill would harmonize on guitar.
Yeah.
So yeah, we loved recording everything that we did, and even when
Yep.
we played live, if I could,
Uh-oh.
even if I had
Oh.
something like this, is how small they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
this is a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yep.
But before, I mean, it was like, but you'd go and you just say, "Hey, plug this into your digital board
Right.
and channelize it, and then I'll mix it down later, and you can come up with whatever you want."
I know. Yeah, there's no excuse to not
So-
record it these days. It's too easy.
So plug it in,
Professional Victims live.
plug it in, and have. Oh, there's so many things I
Live.
can tell you.
Unfiltered.
Did you see the new? And I'm going to say this out here because people don't know this. There's software now that if you've set up a router and you have like 4 of your best friends sitting out with an iPhone, and they're recording what they're recording, they will all dump everything down into one MacBook or tablet. And then you can go back, take the digital recording, dump it into the digital video, sync all 4 cell phones that were recording you from different angles, and switch just post and post like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous now.
Just
Witchcraft.
right.
Yeah, right.
It makes
Right.
it so easy to put content out now, So there you go. So if people want to know that, send me an inbox, and I'll tell you what's up.
What's going on?
But
Yeah.
it's iOS based, so all you Galaxy people out there, they're Apple haters. Meh. There you go. See, one more thing. That's another thing. We're like a freaking wealth of knowledge today.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right.
So you got the thing coming up. Tell us some stories. We want to hear some stories on the road. We want to hear some fun stuff that's happened.
What has
Okay,
happened? What has
okay.
what has happened to
You
you?
want-
Like what has
What's
happened
that?
to you? What has happened to you that like many people may not know, and it happened to you?
Yeah, I got one for you.
Oh, good.
Good, because Kevin's got a lot of them.
Oh God, does he ever?
Kevin T.
That those moments in your career, or okay, so when I say my music career, I'm talking 20 years of just trying to be heard, seen. I'm not performing. I want people to come to see me. Back in the day, it was how many visits to your website you could get.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
These days it's whatever, how many TikTok views. I'm not on TikTok or any of that. But likes and
Go MySpace. Yeah.
it changes. It's changed throughout the years. So here I am, back in the day, and it was website views. You just wanted people to go to your website. I find myself in Las Vegas for it. I feel like it was for a concert, but Howard Stern happened to be there in the hotel that I was staying in, the Hard Rock. And I kept telling everybody when I was going to Vegas, I'm like, people would say, "Oh, you're going to go on the Howard Stern show?" Like, no.
No.
And then I started changing. I started, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to be on the Howard Stern show. Oh, you're going to be on the Howard Stern show? Yep, I'm going to be on the Howard Stern show. And it was kind of one of those things. I'm just going to say it and try to make it happen. I'm trying to remember my 20-year-old self that this is actually what my brain would do. It just, these days they call it manifestation.
Mhm.
Right.
So back then I was probably just being a liar or
Embellishing.
I don't know, trying to be
Embellishing
funny
a
or something.
little.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be in the Howard Stern show. Well, I get there and I'm in the Hard Rock and get into the elevator. There's a woman in the elevator with me. She's got a lanyard on. That's the Howard Stern, VIP stuff. And
Laminate,
I glance over her, and here I am with my 15-second elevator speech, and I'm ready for it. I just turn around and like, oh, Howard, you're in the Howard Stern show. Well, my name's Ashley Cox. I'm a singer-songwriter from Syracuse, New York. Just happen to be here. If you guys are needing any live music on the show at all, like during your tapings, I'm here. I handed her my CD. I absolutely carried a CD with me everywhere I went. And she says, "Oh, yeah, I'm afraid we're all booked up." Oh
no.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, bye. And then each morning the tapings would ensue, live taping at the Hard Rock. Oh my God, I guarantee this is out there on the internet somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You tell your story, and I'm going to finish your story. So you keep going.
Yeah, good luck finding it though, everyone out there. I haven't looked for it in a while, but I did go down a rabbit hole one day and found it. So they're taping it every morning, and I would walk out to, in the morning, get the coffee, go down there. There's a sea of people in the lobby wherever they were filming this.
Right in the lobby.
They've got some casino tables set up there with the lights, because someone's going to play cards. Howard's going to play cards. This was Entertainment News, by the way. This was before Sirius Radio. So this is the Howard Stern show when he was on TV on Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I'm 5'2". I'm short, so I like to find my way up to the front so that I can see. And I do just that. I kind of get my way up to the front, and next thing I know, they're asking for volunteers. I didn't even catch what they were trying to do, but I raised my hand, and next thing you know, they pick me, and they pick 3 other women, and next thing you know, I'm walking up, and I'm going to be on live television, and
that could be risky with Howard.
Yeah. Oh, it gets bad.
Bongo.
It gets real. It gets real bad. So trust me, I regretted telling this story as soon as I started.
No, keep going. This is going to be good.
Yeah. So, if you guys introduce yourselves, and I look to see who my players are. Am I going to play blackjack? What's going on? What's about to happen? But I look to my right, and I have to look up. I mean, the women are very tall. They're bodacious. They have their websites written across their tatas in the shirt and front. And I'm like, oh, okay. And
give me 2 CDs, quick.
I'm just thinking that I have, nothing comes out, you guys. Howard looks at me. He makes some sort of comment like, oh, I don't know if he says, oh, you're cute, or, but onto the tatas. I mean, he just was all about these, boobies.com or whatever it was. I don't remember what it said. But I was on television. Never once said, oh, hi, Howard. I'm Ashley Cox from Syracuse. I'm a singer-songwriter. Do you want to hear me say, I get on the show, and I never once say my name.
That's great. Great story.
Yeah.
Ashley.
It was terrifying. The game they wanted me to play, they wanted me to make out with Gary.
Oh. Okay.
Fofo.
Uh-huh.
It didn't, it
didn't happen, did it?
It wasn't Baba Booey.
Oh, it wasn't.
It wasn't that Gary. It was a different Gary.
Oh, no. One of the Misfits?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Can't say it. So it was that character.
Yeah.
And thankfully it didn't even get to me. Whoever made out with Gary got to compete to play blackjack for the prize of $5,000. And I didn't even get an option, thank goodness, because the woman, the boobies.com, she said, "Oh, I'll do it." And she goes over and she makes out with him, and there's tongue and lots of mouth and spit.
Oh,
And I'm just thankful.
Mortified.
yeah.
I can tell this story that I did not kiss anyone I didn't want to kiss on my TV. I just wish I said my name.
So was that, is that like 1999, 2000 time?
Yeah, it was actually, I swear it was on Howard's top 10 episodes for many years.
The only reason I ask is because I think he only did one simulcast or one broadcast like that from Vegas once.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of his guests was Chuck Zito.
Oh.
I was in Vegas at the same exact time, and I met Chuck in the lobby.
Get out of here.
In the lobby of the Hard Rock. Okay, he was going on. Chuck has an what do you call it? Memory, photographic, idyllic memory.
Yeah.
So I met Chuck then. Fast forward 15 years. I'm at a movie premiere down in New York City. Chuck Zito is there. I start talking to him. He said, because I said, my name's Mike. I'm friends with Andy DeVoli. I'm from Syracuse. He says, yes, I met you at the Hard Rock so many years ago. And I was like, God, how the hell did you remember that? He goes, I was going on the Howard Stern show.
Yep.
You were there. You were standing in the lobby. He goes, I don't forget anybody I've ever met. And I was like, holy shit. And you're telling the story, and I'm like, you're like in the lobby. I'm like, I know exactly, because they were filming there for like 3 days.
Yeah.
So I might have been there when you probably said,
oh my God,
get this short girl out of the way and let the boobies.com get up here. Yes. See, had you said Syracuse, I'd have been cheering for you. But no.
I know. I just froze. I was terrified that I was about to humiliate myself on live television.
We are definitely looking that up.
Yeah.
We have between now and when this airs to put that segment put it up. Like right down
there
here.
You go.
Yep.
The little square down there.
Square.
Yep. This is who Ashley could have made out with.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And her first chick magnet.
Oh man, guys.
Yep. Who knows what would have happened? You guys could have been married. You could have been married.
Yeah, right. You never know what could have happened. Oh my God, what have I done?
Well, I think that may be one of the better.
I think so.
Yeah, Kevin Dean, eat your heart out. I don't care who you hit in the head with a drumstick.
Right.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck finding that, fellas.
Oh no. No. We're gonna have to use.
We do pretty well with digging deep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull out all the stops on this one.
Yeah.
Somebody may just put it up on the big screen on New Year's Eve for you when you're playing.
Oh my God.
Remember this?
Oh my goodness.
It could be one of those, Ashley Cox, this is your life.
That's right. Does this voice sound familiar?
Speed up that countdown.
Yeah. Does this voice sound familiar?
Hey now.
Yeah, there you go.
Done.
Okay, so that's a good one.
Yep.
That's
That's one of those adventures. And a lot of adventures in Vegas. I ran into Jamie Foxx in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Was he smacking
met
anybody?
Him, Pharrell Williams. Yeah. What's that?
Was he smacking anybody while
was he slapping Will Smith when you saw him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that was who did Will Smith? Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Well, I figured.
Chris Rock. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, Chris Rock, they're all the same.
Yeah. So Jamie Foxx goes on to be a big, huge movie star.
Right.
But I've got photos of us saying, I hung out with the Wayans brothers. That same go about there. They were filming one of their scary movie.
Oh, okay.
The scary movies.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 or whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
Yep. Buddy Love, I think, was a producer. But friends of mine were out there in Vegas, and things don't start happening until midnight.
Oh no.
1 o'clock.
Yeah,
people start going out around that time.
Yeah.
So I swear, I think it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. We're in a club. Guy come over and they're like, these guys want to know if you want to go over to their VIP table. We walk over to their VIP table. It's the Wayans brothers, and not, like maybe 30 minutes into it, it's like, oh, we're all going to go to our after party at the Palms. And I mean, I think about it now, I'm like, I can't believe that they're like famous people, so they weren't going to like murder us. But the things that I did then that I would never be out at 4
Let's
a.m.
go.
Right
now.
Yeah.
But let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So,
Of course.
But we went to their penthouse. They ordered lobsters and steaks. It's like a table full of, like, at least it wasn't, I can say it wasn't drugs.
Right.
Right.
They just got out lobsters and steaks, and
We're all lobstered out.
Yep.
right.
I'm waiting to hear this.
I did a couple limes. Did you say limes? No, limes. We put it on the lobster.
Limes.
It was excellent. Had our own ceviche. It was awesome.
I'm waiting for her to tell us.
Nice.
I know. I'm
Oh
waiting
my
for her to
God.
tell us that, like, she had her face down a pile of Coke or something.
I don't know. It wasn't.
I had
just
my
a bunch
face
of
in a pile of
lobster.
couscous
So
like you
boring.
wouldn't
Right.
believe.
Yep.
And then we left. Nobody tried to sleep with us. I mean, that's the truth. The true story. They
Wow.
were total gentlemen.
Well,
Huh.
she mentioned this is a good segue, really. So, aside from those people
Yeah, you
that
can't say those again.
Yeah. Aside from those people that you met, let's go musically. Who have you met like this, one of your idols, or just a fangirl moment that you had?
Or Amos.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Okay.
very cool.
Yep. Got a picture of her holding my daughter
Oh, that's awesome.
after one of her concerts, and it was such a cool time. These days where I had managers flying me back and forth to Manhattan to record and meet with A&R people back when there was a real music industry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I did feel like there was a buzz about, and so it just happened that Tori Amos's bodyguard, Joel, his name was Joel, and all of the Ears with Feet, that's what we call the Tori Amos super fans.
Oh, okay.
Like Lady Gaga has her little monsters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and Tori Amos has Ears with Feet. And so, the fans were buzzing about me because you could clearly tell that I loved Tori Amos.
Right.
And at some point we befriend her bodyguard. We go to multiple shows. Her bodyguard gets us backstage, or, and I befriend her guitar player too at the time. He ends up giving me a really cool guitar case that I have for many years to come. And I feel like I met her more than once, but one time that we actually got photos and that I could remember. And she was so sweet. The whole, meeting your heroes, you're afraid that
Yeah.
she's so down to earth, such a great, great lady, super nice woman. And all those years later, I've never heard a shitty thing about her.
Right.
Yeah.
Treating anybody poorly or anything. The woman who actually did the artwork I did the artwork for our album, High and Mighty, that just came out. She was the graphic designer. She took my collage. I gave her my collage work, and she helped me just make it neat, like an album, and helped me. She did the font. She had just interviewed Tori Amos for a magazine, I think last year, and can say the same, that Tori is just an incredible woman and has done a lot for music, for young women, with the Rain Foundation, and I just highly respect her, still as an artist to this day.
Cool.
There
She's
you go.
all that matters.
Yep. There it is.
So are you do you have plans to try to take this to that next level again and get in front of those that are sort of A&R people?
Yeah, I mean, how does it even work? It's the machine that is TikTok and Instagram and Spotify.
Yeah.
10 million streams. People have an attention span of 15 seconds on a TikTok.
Yeah.
Where, if you can thread together some cool beats and cool sounds for 15 seconds and get somebody to do a cool dance to it, you might get 200 million views. I mean, it's just, I'm not even trying to do that.
I know
TikTok's up to 90 seconds now.
Oh, 90 seconds.
And
I'm out. I don't have a TikTok.
You could take a famous song and do it as a ballad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. So,
I mean, Joe is crushing it.
Joe
Altier is crushing it doing that stuff. But then he's putting his stuff out too now, so that's good. But
yeah, I just want to focus more on my music. That is, all the power to him. He's really, and I saw it taking off for him during the pandemic. It's it's 2020, and musicians suddenly, full-time musicians like Joe Altier suddenly have no place to play.
Yep.
Right.
Gigs are all canceled. And, even me, I had a full-time job then, and music on the weekends every once in a while was like my saving grace for my mental health.
Mm-hmm. And savings account.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. It's also your savings account.
I
know when we that year, I've said it numerous times, but people get sick of it. But we lost over 35 gigs that year that we had booked, and you don't realize that money that you're making, that's always 90% of it's cash. It hits your pocket. You don't think much of it. You're like, you don't put it on the credit card. You don't click your phone or your watch. You're paying cash. And then you're going, holy shit, I really missed that little bit of walking around money.
Yeah. I changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed who we are now, and it changed everything. It really did.
Yeah.
And can't pretend it didn't. So yeah, I think a lot of musicians got Patreon. They got Twitch.
Yep.
Oh, right,
and they got their homes situated so that they could put on live shows.
Yeah.
His room looks great. I mean, he's doing it right.
Yeah.
I gotta work on my setup here.
Tell you're in the studio.
I'm reemerging here into a musician, full-time musician again. So I'm going to give myself a little grace. It's going to take a little time to get back into the groove. And I don't know how it will look if I'll get a TikTok.
Why not? Everybody else.
I know.
Board the train.
You know what?
That's good. I want to get the music out there. Like I'm not allergic to that. I'm not allergic to playing covers, going out and playing bars, playing dive bars. I love performing. I love music. I've never been like, I'm not going to do that. I'm too good for that. That's not how I've been. I want to play more shows and connect with people and get out there into our scene and beyond again. So yeah.
Actually, we're watching kids nowadays that have not had, and I'm not going to say any. I really am not going to say any names right now.
All right.
Because I don't want to throw anybody up. But we're watching people who have not, I don't want to say paid their dues.
Yeah.
But they haven't been out on the street corner with their guitar case. They haven't been playing smoke-infested dumps where your feet stuck to the floor and you had either 2 people or 200 people. They've used Facebook and TikTok and YouTube as their thoroughfare, whether they're good or not. And they're starting to put asses in the seats when they play out. Now, someone like yourself, who people know who you are, and they know what you can do, and they've listened to your music, and they've loved your music, it's not going to take a big stroke of like pushing people in that direction when they see that you are on TikTok or YouTube. And you can look at it this way. The good, the bad, and the ugly can be your springboard into social media, different platforms. But I do think that you will not have a problem.
No.
And then once you do have those people that you're directing to your Spotify or you're directing to whatever platform you've got your music. Now you've got guys like Deco Records that are laying it out to you and saying, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you 500 pressings for this much money that you're going to self-fund. And if you sell them all, you're going to make this much. We'll make a little. And then we'll start talking about the second 500 or the second 1,000 pressing. So, I mean, I only know this because we are working very closely ourselves as a podcast with the folks at Deco. So we have to give them a big shout out right now.
Yes.
Awesome.
And Peter Merluzzi has been a great help to us as a podcast. And he is a Syracuse native who spent years on the road as tour manager for bands like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Velvet Underground, to name just a few.
Yeah.
Just a few. Judas Priest, I think he even.
And that's Velvet Revolver, by the way.
Yeah, that not Velvet Underground was the nightclub downtown.
Velvet Revolver.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Velvet Revolver. So he's getting very involved with a lot of stuff. Who knows? Who knows?
That's awesome. So the music industry is not dead.
No. It's changed. Yeah. It's changed a lot, and because musicians like from our era, and you're younger than us, but your era not too much, but we had different. You have to sell out. You have to sell out these club shows. You've got to get the music guy to come watch your show at a showcase. Then you're going to play for free for their showcase. Then they're going to, and you're going to do all these steps to maybe getting a record deal. You cut your first album and they kibosh it 3 months into it, or they put it out and they're like, yeah, all right, well, thanks. That was worth a shot. Nowadays, it's so different. You don't need the record label to promote you. It's all at our fingertips. So now the record label needs you to have content that's worth a shit to put out there. Yeah. Vinyl's making its way back. Older.
Yeah, we're getting vinyls. My first vinyl pressing is on pre-order.
And there's only there's only like 4 or 5 press houses out there that are doing decent work. So
this is a place out in the UK. It's called Diggers. And we actually just, when we had our album release, where we had CDs and stickers, T-shirts for our Professional Victims High and Mighty release. We played with a band called A Kid Called Danger, hip hop rock band, live band. They've got a DJ on stage and an MC. Really great guys, great band. And we played at the new Song and Dance venue, and in talking to these guys, and we told them that we're doing this pressing of vinyl, and we've got to sell like 100 copies, pre-sell 100 copies, and we'll get the album pressed, and the money won't have to come out of our pockets.
Right.
And they're like, wow, really? Okay. So we give them the information, and they're super grateful because they said this is actually, they're going to do the same thing now. And the research that they were doing, it's going to save them a bunch of money out of, up front, so that they're going to do it too with Diggers. It's called Diggers, Diggers. They're out of the UK. And it's a great company that helps bands get an actual vinyl record without having to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket, just to the dream of having an actual vinyl record. Yeah.
That's that vinyl record behind Jeff's head hanging on the wall is Doom Slide, and that's Pete Merluzzi did that. The guy we were talking about, he and his friend, they recorded that. They had it pressed. It's got great color vinyl. Yeah. And you turn it over and the colors are different. Yep. And that was the same. Pete's like, I want to be on vinyl. I mean, I just want it. And the content on that, that's a great freaking album.
It really is.
They do remakes of different songs, and I'm just going to tell people, look it up on Spotify, Apple Music, Doom Slide. But same thing, same concept. They wanted vinyl, but vinyl's coming back. Yep. And if you gave me a CD today, I would I would be challenged to find some place to listen
I know.
to it.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't even.
And I say it. I'm like, do you even have a CD player person who is buying my CD right now? Do you even
No.
have a CD player? Sometimes I think people will buy a CD because it's a souvenir.
You're right.
You can hand out music nowadays
On a
on
USB
a thumb drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you could
I don't
say-
even do that. I say it's streaming on all platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
go.
Exactly.
It's right there in your phone.
Yep.
We busted Billy Ali's chops the other day because I said I got a Christmas card with a Venmo number in it.
Yeah.
Because it's like Venmo from everything with Bill. We didn't really, but I said you need to get a T-shirt with a QR code on it,
Oh my God!
Yep.
and you don't even say anything.
No, don't
'cause
say anything.
People see a QR code and they're like,
They're scanning it,
"What the heck is that?"
and they
for?
have no idea what it's for.
So
Yeah.
there you go. I gave him an idea. I said, "You want to promote something? Make a deal with Penn Advertising,
Yeah.
and just put a QR code on a billboard with no words.
No words.
Just a QR code.
Yep.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
guarantee you, people are driving by on 690 and they're going, and
Yep.
they're taking a picture just to see
God.
what is
That's
that
true.
QR
Yeah,
code
yeah.
up there. And and all of a sudden you just had 7,000 hits
Yeah.
Yep.
on your
Yep.
YouTube video or your TikTok,
TikTok
video.
or whatever.
And now you start getting noticed. See?
Well, so I just I've actually played a couple of gigs with her. Jess Novak,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Jess
We
on the
had
show.
Jess on the show.
nice. So she
was on
I've-
time.
I'm gonna ask for retribution soon.
Just Jeff.
I'm
Yeah, on
gonna-
the
gonna
next
have to-
time you're on the show, you're going to have to be 10 minutes early. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Told you it doesn't
But
get
when
any
I-
better.
She has these little cards that go on the tables, like when
Yes.
you're out at
Tense.
such and such brewery. Oh, so we played Onco Fermentations last Friday. Yeah, those little what do you call it?
Table
Tent?
tents.
Table tents?
Table tents.
Yeah.
And it's a photo of her and her Venmo,
Virtual
For
tip
tips.
jar. Yeah.
the virtual tip jar, and it's just brilliant. I'm like, oh my God, like they didn't have this when I was out. People are just, oh, I don't have any cash to tip, or I'm too embarrassed to go up there and put money in the jar.
I'll take your watch.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I don't have any cash. That's all right.
That's all
What do
right.
you got? What do you
Oh
got?
my God.
I like your wife's purse.
Yeah. Listen, there's
I just think
$10.
that's so cool. It's great. So these little scanner codes
Yeah.
are good.
Yep.
That's
There's $10 left on this Home Depot card. You can have it.
I'll take it. I am
Take
not
that
too
too, yeah.
proud.
Right.
I am not too proud. Trust me. Nowadays, I'll take anything. But I mean, I just had business cards made myself for the podcast, and
Nice.
There's a
I put a little
smart. Yeah.
QR
on it.
code right on it.
Yeah.
It'll take them right there.
They'll take
So,
you right there.
Um,
Or they have these dot cards.
we have those
We
too.
have those too.
Yeah. It looks just like a credit
It
card.
looks like a credit card, but it's got a QR
Oh yeah,
code
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yep.
Yeah.
And all you do is scan it, and it takes you right to our YouTube page,
All of it.
Spotify,
Yeah.
everything.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah. But I'm telling you,
We're in the future, baby.
put
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tent cards out for your shows.
Yeah.
Have put a QR code on your daughter's T-shirt. Have her walk around the show.
Yeah.
She's not a baby anymore, so you can't really
Right.
do
No,
that.
she's
It's
not.
like,
She's like 30. So
yeah. Get
Yeah.
the hell out!
No.
Your daughter's
Yeah.
not 30.
she's 29. Yes.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I said you were a lot younger than us, but I guess I'm not gonna go there now.
Oh,
leave
I
it
had her
alone.
very young. I was
You were
21.
6. Yeah.
She
Okay.
was 21.
The photo of Tori Amos holding Chloe. Chloe is a baby. She's like 2 years old.
Nice.
Those were the days.
Wow.
So what do you have coming up? Or actually, no, I'm sorry.
No, we know what's coming
We
up.
know
New
what's
Year's
coming
Eve next week.
Where can people
Yep.
find you?
Professionalvictims.com. Streaming on all platforms, High and Mighty. Professional Victims, High and Mighty.
Okay.
And so we didn't just get a vinyl record
Right.
pressed because we wanted to be cool and have a vinyl record, but this hands down, is the best body of work that I've ever been a part of. Every song, front to back. I always show my age when I say anything about like fast forward or rewind.
Yeah.
Because nobody has to fast
That's
forward
okay.
anything.
Did anybody videotape
But-
it?
Right.
But yeah.
Get the VHS out.
But you don't have to skip over this. Every song is really good. And the way that the album came together, from the first song to the second song to the third and so forth, so you flip it. The first side is the high side. The second side is the mighty side. It
Okay.
increases dynamically. They're more of Sean's guitar driven songs on side B.
Cool.
It's a great ride, the album front to back. And so I'm excited to get it out there and to get the feedback from folks. I know not everybody's going to love me and my music, but this is hands down the best body of work I've done. The best songs that I've ever had a chance to release. I love them.
Now, were you going to release any solo stuff?
Yeah, I'll be working on that this year. There's so much material over the past 5 or 10 years
Right.
that hasn't seen the light of day because of day job.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's only so much time in a day. I've tried to do it all. I tried to do all the fitness stuff and be a great mom and keep a good home, be a great wife. And I want to record an album. I mean, it's just no time to do all the things. But
I think it's time for a little you time.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you,
It is
guys.
time for you time.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
See, we can be heroes.
We can be.
Yeah.
Just for one day.
One day.
See what I did there?
You're going to get home and your wife's going to be like, when's the me time, asshole?
Right. So, me time.
Yeah.
I heard me
you
time.
say me time on there.
When do I
get me time?
Right.
Yeah, every time you go to record that stupid podcast, I get my me time. That's it.
right.
Yeah.
That's your me time.
It's okay. Well, let me just say, this has been a joy.
Yes.
It's opened up. There's so much more we can go down, and we're happy when we leave an interview knowing that we only scratched the surface.
Yes.
That's right.
So, we tell everybody the same thing. You've now become part of
our family,
the GBU family.
Yes.
Anything whatsoever that you want to promote, you want us to just exploit the crap out of it on the Facebook and all the social media that we do, let us know. We will do that for you. Everybody that's listening to this, all 11 people, they're dedicated.
They are dedicated.
Only because we gave them T-shirts.
Yes.
Other musicians and everything. Anything we can do to help.
Yeah.
And our
Please let us
listeners
know.
can help. And it's been a true pleasure having you on.
Yes.
Even though
thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Extremely.
Thanks
late.
for being forgiving for my tardiness.
fine.
Oh no, we're
glad
gonna we'll find a
made
way
it.
to.
Yep.
Yeah. Trust me, we
Oh,
call
yeah.
favors. We call remember that
favors.
scene in The Godfather when somebody's
Yeah.
Is it the baker or the funeral director or
director.
something? Yeah, it's like one of these days I'm
Yeah.
going to come to you and ask for a favor.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be a glorious.
I'm here
favor.
for it.
There you go.
Nice.
Life is long.
There
It
you
may
go.
be it may be a show. It
Yeah.
may be you
Oh.
have to come play a couple songs at Fox Fest or something. Yeah.
I love the there's a Kristen Wiig character on SNL and she's doing a skit. She's like a 40s singer. She's like, don't make me sing. Don't make me sing. She wants to sing.
Right.
Right.
So don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah,
guys.
don't threaten me with playing in front of people.
Right.
So
Awesome.
thank you so much.
Ashley, thank you.
We appreciate you being here. And next
Thanks.
time we'll get a chick magnet on here with you if we have to. Or,
Yeah, that's
do a
right.
double.
Sean was joking. He's like, do they want me to come on? No, Sean, it's my turn. This is my time.
It's the me time.
Me
So
time.
tell Sean. Yeah, Sean gets his
Sean
own
gets his
show.
own show.
No offense.
Oh, he would
you know.
love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
power to the brothers.
Yeah.
But this is the you time. So Sean gets his own show.
Well, congrats on
Put
everything
it in
that's
the
going
book.
on.
He'll be on around July.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Professional Victims, High and Mighty. can ask Alexa or Siri or all the streaming, Apple, Spotify. That's what I want. And I need the listeners to take a listen to the new tunes. They're great, and
Professional
you guys will love them.
So we're gonna say this to everybody listening from their TV right now.
Oh yeah.
Hey Alexa, play Professional Victims now. See, mine upstairs just went off, and she's about to play it. I hate her.
Oh
Alexa,
God.
shut up. Jesus Christ. She eavesdrops on everything.
All the time.
God.
All the time.
She's been trying to look up God damn it for months. Alexa, God damn it. I'm sorry, he's unavailable.
Oh
Anyways,
my God.
Anyhow.
we'll let you go now.
Yep.
You guys are the best. Thank you for all you do.
Oh, thanks.
Keeping the scene alive.
Appreciate that.
We feel blessed doing it.
Yeah.
And we say it every week. So
we do.
Merry Christmas to everybody who's listened to this show. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
Whatever you
believe in. Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
For the rest of us.
That's right.
Yes.
And we hope everybody had a safe and joyous holiday day. And hopefully this puts smiles on everybody's face with one of Syracuse's nicest and most talented musicians on our show.
Thank you guys.
And I was talking about Jeff.
Oh my God, so good.
Wah, wah. There you go.
All right.
We have had the show. We are going to play our outro music. You can stick around and wave. And let's do that.
Let's do that. She can wave goodbye.
You've been listening to The Good,
The Band,
The Ugly. We want to thank Off Medical Supply, Sharky's Event Center,
DJ Life's the Beach, Good Nature Brewery, and Uncle Jimmy's live local music.
Print Shop Underground, Toffee Break Toffee, and
Snarky Productions.
Who's Snarky Productions?
Not go there.
Uh-huh. Happy holidays. Thanks, and stick around. Next week we will have Mr. Joel Hoekstra. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you. Peace.
Peace.
Stop beating your hands. Such a dick.
Recording stopped.
Recording stopped.